back of the rim. Garnett on the slam. Using Curry way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Should other players copy Harden's playing style?
I think so, if they could pull it off. I don't think they can, but if you can, why wouldn't you? The fact of the matter is that James Harden is just a prolific offensive player. We recognize that, but he's also a magician. He knows the rule book. He knows how to facilitate things in his favor in terms of drawing fouls and things of that nature.
Habits. That's what training camp is all about. Those are the habits.
There's the shot that James Harden has been working on, and I'll readily admit, I am no critic for genius. I just don't see it.
Well, listen, here's how I feel about that. This is a shot that he works on. He's not just bringing that out of nowhere. He works on this shot. I haven't seen him make it in a game yet, Brian, but you know how deadly he is? Somebody just fouled him on that shot right there. They contested to try to block that.
That's a better point.
James Harden has debuted his move in the NBA preseason that we had previously been watching throughout the summer. For that time, we didn't actually know what this was. We didn't know if he was really going to be pulling this off in actual NBA games or if this was just him having fun and being creative during pickup games, and no. He's taken this shot twice already in 2 games, and it is here to stay. He fully intends to implement this into his arsenal. People already hated James Harden before this. They hated the way he played. Him drawing fouls is a huge point of contention with NBA fans, and now there's this move and people are just outraged. But I do not hate this move, man. I do not hate it. I don't dislike it. And I've got my reasons. I've got my technical basketball reasons, and then I have my historical basketball reasons, and we're gonna get into all of this. If you follow Worldwide Wob on Twitter, he's already dubbed this move the RSO, or the run shoot option. I think it should stick. RSO just rolls off the tongue. And if you would like to see RSO in real life sometime this season, which I don't think, judging by the response, that many of you do, but if you do, SeatGeek is your best option. You're very familiar with the CKey Cap already, and as you know, if you use my promo code DOM2K, you'll get $20 off your first ticket purchase. But they've also just launched the Daily Tap, where they're giving away thousands of dollars in tickets and discounts a week to events like Jonas Brothers, Post Malone, and more. It's completely free, you can enter every single day, and it's as easy as tapping a button in the app to enter. You're basically giving away the chance to win free tickets by not entering every day. So if you are interested, be sure to download the app with the links in the comment section and description, and use my promo code DOM2K for $20 off, and do not forget to enter the Daily Tap.
Oh, there it is, the new move by James Harden.
Technical basketball reasons, I do not hate the RSO as much as everyone else. This move is yet another way to create space. James Harden is well known as one of the more difficult players to guard in the league because he doesn't have 1,000 different moves. He's just really good at the unorthodox moves that he has. A step back 3-pointer is really hard to pull off, but Harden has made that pretty much a staple of his game throughout the last few seasons. His herky-jerky style of play combined with the moves that he does pretty much makes it so that he's going to get an open shot, or it forces the defender to foul him. So while I get that this particular shot was against the Shanghai Sharks, who really did not want to be there that night, this new move is just going to be something else that keeps defenders on their toes while he's in triple threat position. You'll notice on this play that Harden is actually on the right wing. So rather than sidestepping and actually stepping back, which he can't do here because there's so little space, he pulls out the RSO. The defender is trying something a lot of defenders have tried throughout the seasons, playing him to his left, trying to give him one direction, trying to drive him towards help, and with this new move, he's literally able to take advantage of that. One dribble to the side into his move, and he's got a wide open shot because without ever having to actually plant the other foot, he can go straight into his release. See, if he does just a traditional sidestep, he's got to plant first, and we know basketball is just a game of inches, a game of seconds. He actually saves just a little bit of time here by going straight off the left leg, right into his shot. It's wide open, and it's pretty much a counter to what people were doing to him last season, guarding him to one side, trying to force him towards help, which didn't work anyways because it normally just led to a lob to Capella. But again, this is just another option when people defend him that way.
To that point, that's how you build habits. That's what training camp is all about.
There's the shot that James Harden has been working on.
So this is his second attempt. This is against an actual NBA team for people that thought he was just trying to toy with the Sharks. No, he intends to bring this to the league. Check it out. He's being played heavily to his left once again. He actually incorporates a jab step this time to get the defender off balance. Then he initiates the move with his left hand, jumps off with the left leg, and this time he draws a foul. So Harden not only created space with this move, because the defender was so hell-bent on contesting his shot, getting a hand up, closing that space, it forced him to foul James Harden. That is what so much of his game has been predicated on, is getting players to foul him, and hate it or love it, it works. This one almost even went in. However, yes, this is not horseshoes, this is not hand grenades, so we're not going to talk about getting close, but I don't see how you could debate whether this is a good move or not when you look at what it accomplishes. This shot, especially during the season when people are playing him to his left, or when he's in the wing, because if you didn't notice, both of these shots were taken at the wing, it is going to routinely create space, and it is going to routinely cause people to foul him. It's going to force them into fouling him. So far, the arguments that I've seen from people is that it looks stupid, I hate how Harden plays, if I was a coach I would never allow a player to take this shot. Well look, bad shots are A, ones that don't really accomplish anything, and B, one that the player does not practice. I am pretty sure the first time Steph Curry pulled up from the logo, somebody said that's a terrible shot and I would never allow a player to take that, and look where he is now. He's literally changed the game in a matter of a few years. So I'm gonna assume that's all the time I need to actually break this footage down to show you the technical part of why I like it, because you either get it or you don't. It's very simple. The other reason I do not hate this move is because craftiness is what moves the game forward. This move looks stupid, right? Do you realize there was a time in the NBA where putting the ball under your legs looked stupid? Where doing crossovers looked stupid? Pistol Pete's own teammates did not like him because they thought he was trying to embarrass them by throwing certain passes. The way the game is played today looked ludicrous many years ago. Dirk Nowitzki, who was a big man, came into the league and eventually started taking fadeaway shots off of one leg. I guarantee you this move by James Harden will be duplicated in the next 2 to 3 years once it starts to go in. Because the other thing that's getting lost here is the main Twitter joke you see right now is, oh, all I see is bricks, he hasn't made it yet. Okay, but it's preseason, and so far it's gotten him an open shot, and it's gotten him a foul. And the thing I really don't understand here as far as slander towards the move is, what's wrong with a player adding unorthodox things to their bag coming into a new season when he's trying to win a championship? Especially in the Western Conference where one team has Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Patrick Beverley. If you're an MVP caliber player and you've come into this season with a team like that, with those type of defenders, with nothing new, with nothing else that they're going to have to account for on the scouting report, I'm not saying this move is the end be all and checkmate and this is just going to defeat the Clippers or automatic championship, but there's nothing wrong with adding something to your bag that might aid in that pursuit. And back to my point about the dribbling under the legs or how Pistol Pete used to play, everything that pushes the game forward really looks crazy at first. Back when people were like, why would we need a three-point shot? That was a thing. And the season that Steph Curry started pulling up from multiple feet behind the line consistently, you couldn't even duplicate that in the video game yet because they were considered impossible shots. They were considered shots that nobody in their right mind would ever take, that no coach would let them take. But do you know why Curry's shot has caught on? Do you know why you see Damian Lillard and other people pulling up from multiple feet behind the line and at the logo and trying to pull out the logo? It's because even though it was crazy just 3 or 4 years ago, it serves a purpose. It makes them harder to defend. It makes the whole team harder to defend because of the space on the floor. This move by Harden, out of the triple threat off the dribble, it makes what was already an unguardable player even more unguardable. It gives him more options. And for a player who's been hunting for a title for these last few years, who's been running into the same obstacle for the last few years, for him to come back with something new that nobody's really tried yet consistently, I don't get why that's something to slander. I don't. If he had brought a new move into this season that did nothing but it looked nice, then I would understand it. Then I would understand the slander. But what I see is a man on a mission by any means necessary, trying to push his own game forward, and will end up inadvertently pushing the game itself forward, because if it ever does become successful, and when it becomes successful, there will be duplications. I don't dislike this idea, and personally, I want to see it work out. So if you disagree, that's fine. Let me know what you think about James Harden's new move in the comment section. Have I changed your mind? Are you never gonna like it even if it does become successful? Do you think that coming up with new ways to draw fouls and get to the free throw line is actually a bad thing? Because if you do, I'm very interested to hear why. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and sub, and hit the bell next to my name if you want a notification when I drop the video about why this move actually worked and how it changed the game. I bet you that's coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.